All right, perfect. Good morning, beautiful souls. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. I am still on vacation, so as you can see, not my normal background, but it's been great, so no complaining here. And if you're watching the replay, please remember comment #replay. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, in regards to any of the cards we pull or any of the messages received, please feel free to ask. I'll always come back and see the comments later. And that's pretty much it for my spiel. I'm going to take a second and share our video so we can get as many people on here as possible. Excuse me. Okay, share. There we go. All right. Oops. Got caught on my cord there for a second. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling for the collective and see what we got. This morning, I'm going to start with our Spirit Animal Oracle deck and see what our guides have for us. All right. Don't forget, whenever you hop on, please comment. Let me know who's there. Say hi. I'd love to chat with you. Facebook doesn't really tell me who's on. Hold on, let me just readjust really quick. It just gives me a little number in the top. So if you don't comment anything, then I don't know that you're there. Hold on. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got. Also, please let me know if you can hear the music, if it's too quiet, too loud, or if you can't hear it at all. Just trying different stuff. So I want to make sure that you can still hear me, but also like whenever I'm shuffling or whatever, it's not just dead silent, so you have a little bit of music there. All right. Let's see. What do we have for the collective this morning? What does the collective need to hear this morning? All right. Oh, I love this. All right. So our first card for the collective this morning is the Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. Such an important message. And not just in one aspect of life, but in many. So as a collective, you hear the phrase, those who don't learn from the past are doomed to repeat it, right? And that's so ridiculously true. If you look at history over time, major conflicts, there's always similarities, right? The repeating of different conflicts, different issues, different experiences. But also throughout our lives individually, when we go through something, when we experience something, no matter what that is, if we're not learning our lesson, good morning, Lee, then we're repeating it, right? So we go through these behaviors, we go through these experiences. And personally, I've been there. I'm extremely hard-headed. I'm very stubborn. And I've had multiple instances in my life where, things have reoccurred because I just was too stubborn to learn the lesson. So what our guides want us to do this morning is to take a look at our lives, not only as a collective, but individually, and figure out, okay, well, what can you learn from, these past experiences that you have gone through to help you right now? What did you learn from these experiences that can make this time, this instance of repeat, make that easier for you, right? Because let's be real, who doesn't want to make their life easier? Who doesn't want to make our transitions through the different phases of our life easier? I do. I'm just saying. But especially when you're hard-headed and learning lessons is just like one big fight. which, hi, guilty, that's me. And I know that some of you are the same way, so you can't even judge. But point being, it's time to learn from your past experiences, learn from your past lessons, past mistakes, past everything, and figure out how to make whatever you're going through right now easier for you and more beneficial to your growth and your up leveling. So, like I said, first card, Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. Hope that makes sense. I'm going to take a sip of this awesome coffee my grandma just brought me. My grandma stopped by this morning to pick up my aunt's son because they spend Tuesdays together, and decided she was going to run through and get coffee for everybody. It was so sweet of her. So she brought me a little frappe from McDonald's. Nothing fancy, but it was so nice of her. So I'm going to enjoy it. All right. Our next message for the collective is going to come from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, which is this beautiful deck here. And please, I know I've said this and I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. If you ever have any questions about the messages for the collective, about any of the cards I pull, about anything that I say, please feel free to ask. I know sometimes I get a little rambly and I kind of go in circles every now and then. I just get really into the message. But if I've confused you or it doesn't make sense, please ask. I'm always happy to elaborate in the best way that I can. All right, let's see. What is our next message for the collective this morning? All right. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Sorry, I got a little notification that popped up. Wanted to make sure it wasn't anything super important. Okay. All right, what do we have? Oops, for the collective this morning. Okay. All right. Oh, I love this. Okay, so our next card for the collective is the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Now, for any of my dudes watching this, just because it is a priestess does not mean that it does not apply to you, okay? We all have male and female energies coexisting within our bodies at all times. There's, the push and go, 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 and then there's the allowing for things to happen. However, with this particular card, it's pretty straightforward. How are you being called to step up and lead? Now, as this ties into our previous card, which was the Elephant Spirit, asking us to learn from our past, right? What lessons have you learned from your past experiences, mistakes, whatever, that can assist you in leading others now? How can you use those past experiences that you've learned from or that you are learning from to lead others, to help others to learn and grow, or to help the collective as a whole in everything that we are experiencing right now, right? Your guide, spirit, source, angels, universal energy, whatever you choose to believe in, it's time for you to step up individually in whatever groups that you are a part of, in whatever the collective as a whole, essentially, right? It's time to step up, to speak your truth, to help others, to lead others, and to share the wisdom that you have gained through your own experiences to make this current transition, this up-leveling, this current spiritual awakening easier for others and yourself. Now, is it going to be completely easy? Definitely not. Nothing ever is, especially when it comes to up-leveling and spiritual and mental and emotional growth. That shit's never easy. It's hard as hell. And unfortunately, that's just part of this human life that we're living. It is what it is. But at this time, everything that you have experienced is now coming into play, right? All the lessons that you have learned, it's time to use what you've learned. It's time to step up. It's time to be the amazing badass that you are and help to lead and encourage others. So those were our two cards. We have our Elephant Spirit and our Priestess. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever. And I'm going to take a sip of coffee because who doesn't love coffee? And please, whoever's watching, feel free to comment, chime in if you have any questions, whatever. If you just want to say hi, let me know how your weekend was. How was your Monday? How's your morning going? Is it one of those crazy days or is it just chill and relaxed? Personally, for me, I've been up since about 1:30, so that's always fun. It's one of those things. Sometimes I wake up randomly. I think I went to bed too early is what it is. I went to bed at like 9 p.m. and I woke up at like 1:30 and I was just awake and I haven't been back to sleep. So today should be a fun day. We'll see how it goes. Actually should be a fun day though because I'm supposed to be spending it with my family. Good morning, Allison. How are you, my love? I hope you're good. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card for the collective. And I think I'm going to pull from our manifestation deck, the Super Attractor deck, which I'm beginning to really love. It's one of my newer ones, but I think it's a pretty good deck. I like it a lot. All right. But you know, the great thing about unintentionally waking up super early is I got in some really good meditations this morning, so I'm feeling pretty awesome. I'm sure at some point today I'll probably crash, but so far I'm feeling pretty great. All right. Oh, and I got to catch up on some podcasts, so that was cool. Like Manifestation Babe with Catherine Zankina and Aligned and Unstoppable with Emily Aarons. And there was another one that I just started listening to. I think it's called Spiritual Shit. But I forget who it is that's on it. I think it's Alia or something like that. I'll have to look at it. But that was a good one too. If anybody listens to podcasts, that's a lot of what I did this morning. Okay. Let's see what we've got for the collective. What does the collective need to hear this morning? And let me try not to drop these suckers everywhere. Okay. All right. Our next card for the collective. Oh, I love this. Okay. It says, when I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. Look how beautiful that is. I think those are cardinals. They could be any kind of bird. I could just be crazy. I just really like cardinals. So, when I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. How amazing is that? So, tying into our previous message of taking everything that we've learned, taking all of our experiences, using that to not only grow individually, but to lead others and help them in everything that's going on right now as a collective, and this up-leveling and this awakening and everything that's going on, sharing that wisdom. It's important for us to also remember how far we've come, right? No one just started right at the beginning being freaking awesome and being able to lead others and teach others and, you know, magically had all this wisdom right at their fingertips right away. That's just not how it works when we come to this earthly plane. That's just not a thing, right? So remember where you started and how far you've come. Because, and I have to remind myself of this sometimes too, because I get kind of down on myself when I don't do something exactly how I wanted, or I feel like I'm not where I want to be. I think we all do that sometimes. We're like, no, I really want to be on this higher level. I want to be this best version of myself. And, not only for myself, but for the people that I care about, right? And we forget that where we are at right now, although we feel like it's not where we want to be, it's still so far from where we started. And it's so important to be grateful and appreciative of that, of yourself, essentially, because no one else got you here but you, right? So as you've experienced all these things throughout your life, as you've learned all these lessons, as you've gained all this wisdom to share and to lead and to encourage others, remember that only you did that. Like, yes, you may have had people there to encourage you and to teach you and to help you, but ultimately you made those decisions that have gotten you here. You took the time to learn those lessons. You put in the effort to grow as an individual, right? So that you can share all of that and help others to grow as well. And when you take time to be grateful and to appreciate how far you've come and where you're at, it only makes you not only feel better, but you show up more and are more encouraging, that's a completely different word, encouraging to those around you. So, and your vibrational frequency is at a higher level when you're coming from a place of love and appreciation and gratitude, versus when you're down on yourself, then you're just attracting all this negative shit. So remember, how far you've come and not just where you need to go from here. So that's our third card for the collective this morning. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates with you. Again, this is the card. When I'm in a state of appreciation, I am in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm going to go ahead and switch our banner over. And if anybody would like an individual card, let me know. I'm going to drink a little bit of my coffee. And please let me know if you can hear the music, if it's too loud, too quiet, if you can't hear it at all, because I'm not sure how it comes out for you guys. It's decently loud on my end, but I want to make sure you can still hear me as well. So please let me know. Drop a comment. And in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy some coffee. And I might even pull a card for myself, because I have not done that yet this morning. I listened to all the podcasts, caught up on my meditations, but I did not pull my cards for myself this morning. I've been kind of slacking while I've been on vacation, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been sleeping in more, staying up way later than normal, except last night. And I haven't been doing my meditation every single day like I normally do. I have been doing it, just not as frequently. And at first I was kind of like down on myself about it. I was like, oh, I completely let like my daily routine slide. I haven't been doing my daily meditation. I was like, you know what? I'm on vacation. It's okay. I'll do my meditation when I feel like I need to do my meditation. And if I want to sleep in, that's cool too. Like, you have to remember, it's okay to give yourself a little leeway sometimes. Excuse me. Okay. Music is, oh, awesome, Allison. Thank you. I'm glad the music is good. I'm always worried that it's going to be too loud. And I will pull one for me. If you would like one too, let me know. I just don't know which deck I'm going to use for myself this morning. Yeah, I do. Okay. So this next card is going to be an individual one for me. And it is Angels and Ancestors. Music is fine. I'll take a card, please, and thank you. Perfect. All right. Sounds good, Lee. Let me see. What do I need to hear this morning? Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, I do my own reading. I do an oracle card reading for myself and a tarot card reading for myself, like every single day. Good morning, Kevin. So I will always get my cards at some point. I just normally don't do them during our lives because I want to make sure everyone else gets theirs too. Okay, what do I need to hear? Oh, I love this. All right, so for myself this morning, I have Broken Arrow, which is embrace the energy of peace, which is partially what I've been talking about already when I was telling you I haven't really been keeping up with my daily practices, my meditation and stuff while I'm on vacation. I've kind of just been enjoying my vacation, just sleeping in, sometimes staying up too late, catching up with friends, just enjoying my own peace and my own environment, the people that I love. And we have to remember to do that, to actually genuinely enjoy every moment and not put so much pressure on ourselves to do everything like on a schedule. You know what I mean? Like, let me check off every little thing and not actually take the time to enjoy what I'm doing. So that was my card this morning. Keep it quick and simple. Embrace the energy of peace. All right. Lee. I'm going to go with a different deck for you this morning, Lee. Today, I'm actually going to go with the Work Your Light. Can you see that? The Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Oh, and I was wondering, darling, I got your message about tarot and stuff, and I was wondering if you had looked into that anymore, if it was something you were still thinking about. And if you want to talk more about it, let me know. I'm blurry again. This is supposed to be like a super fancy webcam, but it keeps getting blurry on me. Good morning, Elena. How are you, my dear? Okay. All right. Lee, are you still here, love? I guess I should probably start using your first name now that we're not in the military, huh? All right. What does Angelique need to hear this morning? I wish this would like focus itself out. Whatever. What does Angelique need to hear? Oh, I love this. Okay. Still, I haven't had the time to look anything up just yet. Very interested. Okay, so what I'm going to do, my dear, after I give you your card reading and do my lives and stuff, I will send you a message either sometime today or tomorrow and give you some resources that I have used as far as tarot is concerned. And like I said last time, I highly recommend starting out with the Waite-Smith deck. A lot of people refer to it as the Rider-Waite, but Rider is like the publishing company, and then Waite was the guy who came up with the idea behind it, and then Smith was the artist, Pamela Coleman Smith. But anywho, that's besides the point. It's the Waite-Smith deck, and it's not the first tarot deck. There were other decks. However, it's just more widely known, and it's, in my opinion, easier to grasp as far as symbolism and the intended messages behind each of the cards in conjunction with the symbolism. But like I said, that's a conversation that we can have separately because it's a pretty in-depth one. Okay, but your card, my dear, is Imrama. And where are you being called to travel? And this word, actually, it's a specific word. I believe it's Celtic. Give me 1 second, I'll tell you. Yeah. It's the Celtic word and means a journey of the soul. I always forget the specifics. But it's one of my favorite words, so I should remember it by now. Every time I see it, I get super excited. But this particular card in general, a lot of times we think, when someone asks you, where are you being called to travel? Where are you being called to journey? We think physically, like location-wise, like going overseas or on some fancy trip. But this particular card is asking you it's an inward journey. It's a journey of the soul, of the spirit. It's not a physical thing. Can it be a physical thing? Yes. Like if you go on a spiritual retreat, like I'm doing that soon. I'm going on a spiritual retreat to Sedona. Good morning, Holly. And, doing some of my own spiritual work and up leveling and awakening there as well. But for you in particular, my dear, you are being called by your guide, spirit, source, ancestors, angels, whatever you choose to believe in, to journey inward and start really connecting with your guides and with yourself on a spiritual level, on a soul level, not just like, I keep wanting to say not on like a superficial level. A lot of times we do meditation, we start to connect, and we barely scratch the surface and we're like, oh my God, I'm good. I've had this like super huge spiritual awakening and I'm amazing now. And okay, yes, it's cool. It's awesome. You broke the surface. You've started connecting, but that's not it. That's not the end. There's so much more. It's a constant, journey. You're constantly learning. You're constantly growing. You're constantly becoming more in touch with source. Okay. So you, my dear, are being called to journey a little deeper. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Please let me know. Okay. One second. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the comments, guys. Obligated to call each other by our last names for life. I don't know about that. I definitely understand though. Okay. Exactly. Barely. Yes. You have barely scratched the surface. There's so much more. And it's scary. It's new, it's different, and a lot of times that, that incites fear because it's something that we haven't experienced before. But you are being guided and supported, and this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So don't be afraid. It might be uncomfortable, but you're doing what you need to. So just keep that in mind and know that you're not alone going through it. You are being guided, supported, encouraged, and nothing bad is going to happen. Okay? So it's okay. All right, Allison, my dear, are you still here? Let me okay, I have Lee, Allison, and then Elena. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Elena, nesting is good. And it makes sense that you're tired because you are creating a whole nother human being. So yeah, you should be exhausted, babe. But just remember, soon you're going to get to hold your little beeb and it's going to be beautiful. Oops. I'm about to knock my laptop over, guys. I wish I could show you guys my like improvised setup right now. Since I'm on vacation, it's not like my normal thing. My laptop is literally sitting on top of like a giant Tupperware bowl with like a lid. and then everything else is kind of just scattered around. So normally I have a much more organized setup, but do what you got. All right, let's see. Allison. Okay, Allison, for you, my dear. Another comment. Thank you. Where do you start? Yes, perfect. Okay, so that being said, Lee, as far as tying up loose ends and tidying your space and all that, that's awesome. That's 100% something you should be doing. But don't focus too much on that. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Everything around you isn't always going to be perfect, like in your daily life. So, yeah, tidy up, declutter, do the best you can, but know that you can still show up for yourself and still do that work and still dive deeper no matter what your environment is. So, and yes, I 100% understand the moods. Trust me, babe. But you're doing what you need to do. Okay. Allison. Oh, Allison, for you, my dear, I'm going to go with the Saints and Angels Oracle cards. What does Allison need to hear this morning? Okay. Let's see. Allison. All right, Allison, my dear. Okay. So my chest just got a little tight, and I feel like this is something super important, so I hope you're listening. This is Saint Teresa of Lisieux, Little Flower, and the card itself is Steady Progress. I hope you can see that. So, yeah, my chest is a little tight. You know that feeling you get like right when you're like about to start crying and you have like that knot and you're just like it's a knot. That's like all I know how to describe it as. So I feel like this is a really important message for you. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. It's important for you to know that I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything in your life right now. Like I said, we haven't talked in a while. But whatever you're doing right now, everything that you're going through, your guides, spirit source, angels, universal energy, whatever you choose to believe in. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm just here to give you the message. But they want you to know to continue making steady progress towards your goals, continue working on yourself, and whatever it is that you're going through, there is a light at the end of your tunnel, but you're never going to get there if you don't keep walking towards it. If you don't keep gradually making that progress, if you don't keep moving forward, then you're going to stay stuck exactly where you're at with that feeling and that knot. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm going to take another sip of coffee. So, yeah. Steady progress, keep moving forward, keep working towards your goals, and understand, and I said this earlier in regards to people in general as well as myself, but I think this is something that needs to be reiterated. Where you are at right now may not be your end goal. It may not be where you want to be, but you are so much farther than where you were. And taking those steady steps in the right direction is what has gotten you here. And yes, sometimes we misstep, sometimes we do things that kind of lead us off of our own path, off of our soul path, but it is never too late to hop back on it. It is never too late to get back on that soul path that you are meant to be on, going in the direction that you are meant to be. A lot of times we get sidetracked, and as human beings, we get really down on ourselves. And we do this poor me kind of thing where like, well, now I don't even deserve all these good things. I don't deserve all these blessings. I've gotten so far off of my path. And that's bullshit. Like, no lie, no sugarcoating. That's bullshit. I don't care how far off of your soul path that you've gone. It is never too late to turn the fuck around and get back to it. And for you in particular, I feel like it's important to remind yourself that who you are right now, internally, isn't who everyone else may see you as. A lot of people like to hold on to their perception of you like that's reality. And for them, that is their reality. But that doesn't mean that it has to be your reality. You know who you are on a soul level. You know who you are mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You know. And yes, you may not be the best and highest version of yourself at this exact moment, but it's not out of reach. And you're so much closer to her, to that best and highest version of yourself, than you were yesterday or 2 weeks ago or a year ago or 5 years ago. And you're making the progress that you need. So just continue to focus on that and not on, well, I'm not there yet. Okay. So again, you're making steady progress. Continue to do so, and know that your angels, your guides, ancestors, spirit source, they're there supporting you and encouraging you and pushing you, kind of like a safety net. You're never going to be alone. They will catch you. You just have to have faith. So that is your card, my dear. I hope that makes sense. Sorry, I kept pausing. That like knot in my throat thing was just, it was a lot. Okay, let me see. Comments. Yay, comments. Oh, no. Girl, I understand. Absolutely. People, okay, sometimes people can be kind of sucky. We are all innately good and loving human beings, but, society shapes us and our experiences and different things. Besides the point. And some people are just very self-involved. So when you start focusing on yourself and your own health and your own well-being, sometimes people are going to get mad about it. And they think that you're being selfish and that you don't care about anybody else and all sorts of shit. And that's not the case. And you know that's not the case. You know that you are not a selfish human being. You know that you're not a narcissist. You're not only about you, that you do genuinely care about others. It does not make you a bad person to put yourself first as far as your health and well-being. That's a beautiful thing, because when you put yourself first and you actually take care of your health and well-being, you're able to show up better in every single aspect of your life. You are showing up better as yourself, as being a mother, a friend, a sister, a daughter, a coworker, whatever the case may be, whatever roles you inhabit within your life. When you're showing up for yourself 100%, then you're able to show up better in every other aspect too. And if they can't understand that, then that sucks for them. That's a them problem, not a you problem. So that's all I'm going to say on that one. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Elena, my dear, are you still here? Okay, now my chest is kind of relaxing now. That's good. Yeah, Allison, I feel like that was really important for you. So I hope you caught all that and it made sense. All right, Elena. Let's see. Did you have a preference, my dear? I have the Spirit Animal Oracle. I have the Angels and Ancestors. Oops. The Saints and Angels. The Work Your Light. And the Super Attractor. So if you have a preference, let me know. Oh, perfect. Any deck. I love how that popped up at just the right time. Okay, Elena. What does Elena need to hear? Elena, I'm also going to go with the Saints and Angels, excuse me, for you as well. So that's what I'm feeling. I need to quit almost knocking my laptop over. Okay. Holly. Yes, Holly, you can have a spirit animal card. And you will be my last person because then I have to start getting ready. Because I don't have to, but I'm going to a lunch thing with my family for my dad's belated birthday lunch. So I want to make sure I don't look like a gremlin. Okay, let's see. Elena. What does Elena need to hear? Okay. All right, Amanda, you will be my last one since I did not change the banner. So it'll be Elena, and then Holly, and then Amanda. And then that is all. Okay. Let's see. What does Elena need to hear? Okay. Elena, my dear. So, you've gotten this card before, but your guide, spirit, source, angels, universal energy, whatever you choose to believe in. St. Catherine of Alexandria. Marriage. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Marriage. So, we've talked about this before. Oh, I made myself blurry again. Maybe if I get super, no, maybe, possibly. Let's see if I can. Nope. All right. It's just going to have to figure its life out. Nope. Okay. I'm just going to be blurry. All right. There we go. So for you, my dear Elena, it's just a reminder to take some time for you and the hubby before your baby arrives. Take some time to just nurture your relationship and truly enjoy this last period of time of just you guys. Because, as you know, once the baby comes, it's all three of you. It's never just going to be you two, right? Now, you'll still have your weekends away and everything like that, but it's important to enjoy this last period of time and really experience it and nurture your marriage, nurture your relationship, nurture your friendship with each other, and just enjoy that time together. So I hope that makes sense. It's not, this particular card, like, there's nothing negative about it. It's not like you haven't been neglecting your marriage. You haven't been having issues. I don't feel like it's in relation to anything like that. It really is just a reminder to enjoy this time that you have together as just you two. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Please let me know. I hope your hubby's back from TDY. I know he was TDY last time you got this card. But that is your card for the morning, my dear. Okay, Lena, then Holly. All right, Holly. Let's see if I can pick up this giant deck. Okay. Oh, no, it's fine, love. I'll do Holly and then I'll do you and we'll be good. No worries. Oh, good. Awesome. I'm glad he's home. Maybe you guys can do like a cute little picnic in the backyard or a nice little romantic date or something, or just sit on the couch and watch movies and enjoy each other's company. Okay, Holly. What does Holly need to hear this morning? Oh gosh, shit. Oops. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying not to like throw these cards everywhere because I have such baby hands. You know how it goes. Ooh, I love this one. Holly, my dear, you have the Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being. So this is very much a manifestation card. And for you in particular, you have a lot going on right now. Like a lot. Not only like personally within your little individual bubble, but in your family, extended family, your experiences right now. You've got a lot going, okay? But what this is more in relation to is your personal goals and dreams and desires, and really pinpointing what it is exactly that you want. Not in relation to all those other people or all those other things, but solely what you want. What is it that drives you, that lights you up, that makes your heart sing? What is it that you truly desire, and how can you get there? Right? It's basically, how do I word this? Whatever it is that you are meant to do, whatever it is you truly desire, whatever you're called to, whatever you're dreaming, whatever you're imagining for yourself, it's time to really grab that dream and make it a reality. So, and I say that, but I also want to say, don't obsess over the fine details. And I know that's really hard and probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever your goal, your dream, your end spot that truly lights you up, when you picture you being the happiest, most healthy, genuinely just enjoying life, best version of yourself, where do you envision yourself being? And consistently keep that vision of yourself in your mind and start manifesting that reality. And however you need to get there, it will happen. But it's important for you to focus on that positive goal, that dream, and continue to envision that, the best version of yourself, living your truly best life, not just this like living my best life, face masks and bubble baths kind of thing. You know what I mean? So again, Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Let me know. Okay. And if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. Just side note there. All right, Amanda. Okay, Amanda, for you, we're going to do a Work Your Light Oracle deck card. Yes, sometimes you need a kick in the butt. That is a thing. But it's not just about getting a kick in the butt as far as getting things moving. It's about holding on to that positive vision of like true, genuine happiness and enjoyment, and remembering that that can be your reality, and it doesn't have to be all stress and negativity and overwhelm. And that's really the main point, is to continue to envision that true happiness and enjoyment, that best version of yourself and that best version of your life, and to continue working towards that and making that happen. But again, don't overanalyze every single step. It's because what you're doing when you do that is you're stressing yourself out and you're lowering your vibrational frequency and attracting more stress and more negativity and more bullshit. And that's not what you want. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to drink some more coffee. Okay, Amanda. Amanda. What does Amanda need to hear this morning? Okay, Amanda. Nope. Okay, what does Amanda need to hear? Okay, Amanda. All right, so we've talked about this. Your card is Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. So again, we've talked about this. I'm pretty sure you've gotten this card before. It is just a reminder that those little nudges you get, your intuition, all of the synchronicities that you notice, the quote unquote coincidences, it is all divinely orchestrated, and your guidance is being divinely guided, right? So everything that you're being, all those signs that you're being given, all the directions you've been nudged, where you are at, where you are going, you are being divinely guided, and you have the support of your angels, guides, ancestors, past ascended masters, etc. Whatever you choose to believe in, but that's my take. And again, I'm going to recommend, and I know I've recommended this and I will continue to do so, looking into Akashic records and checking that out, and looking into past lives and possible past life regression and checking that out. So, but I think the main point of this one today was more of a reminder that your guides are there and you are being divinely guided. It's not just random. It's not coincidences. They are synchronicities that are occurring for a reason. So when you notice them, pay attention and kind of, ask your guides, okay, I got your message, but what the hell does this mean? And work with that, and understand that when you receive messages or like hints, I guess is a good way to say it, it's going to be based off of what you associate with certain symbols. So for example, if you associate like cardinals are typically believed to be messengers from past loved ones. But if you don't associate that with a cardinal and you see a cardinal, you're just gonna be like, oh, that's a pretty bird. There's no real message there. So whatever you associate as far as symbolism, your guides know. They understand. And it doesn't hurt to remind them. Be like, hey, if you're trying to tell me something, then send me XYZ. And if that's what they're trying to tell you, you will see it. I hope that makes sense. Because like your guides aren't going to send you a message based on some type of symbolism that you don't associate with that symbol or that thing. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Sometimes it's kind of hard to explain these things. But if it does, please let me know. Drop a comment. I hope that resonates. This is really just a reminder that your guides are there. They are supporting you. They are trying to nudge you in the right direction. And everything is divinely guided and divinely orchestrated. So don't worry. It's all going to work out the way it's supposed to. So that is your card for the day. And again, check out Akashic Records. Just saying. Okay, comments. Perfect. And that was just an example. I mean, there's plenty other symbolism. Cardinal is kind of just my go-to because it's one that a lot of people are aware of. But like hawks are also considered to be messengers of the spirit realm. So that's another one. Or there's so many, I can't even think of them right now. But the point is, there's a lot of different, symbolism and messages out there, excuse me, not only related to animals, but like numbers, like angel numbers, that's a thing. There's so much. But point being, your guides are there. They're nudging you. Pay attention. And clearly they really, really, really want you to look into past lives and Akashic Records. So I'm just going to keep telling you until you do it. All right. So that is it for this morning, my lovely friends. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I absolutely love doing it. I hope that all of your messages that you've received really resonated. I hope the collective message resonated as well. If you have any questions, obviously feel free to comment. Even if you're watching the replay, I will get the message. I will get the comment and I will respond, even if it's after the fact. And if it's something that's a little more sensitive that you would like to send in a private message via the Soul Searchers page, you're more than welcome to do that as well. But like I said, that's it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'll see you guys later or next time. I'm not sure when next time will be, but I'll post on the page. So I will see you then.